Hi, my name's Libby and I've been a holistic health practitioner for over 25 years. I'm trained in traditional Chinese medicine and I'm also an integrated nutrition coach. And today, thank you for joining me. I'm just going to have a little chat to you about keto. Now, keto, I'm sure you've heard of keto, and maybe you've heard about it, but you're not quite sure where to start. Or you've even done keto and you've really liked it and you want to do it again for this summer season, but you don't know how to get motivated again, or you're feeling stuck and you just want something to kind of reset you up, or even that you're sick of being sick and tired and you just want something, you're not kind of feeling right. Well, I did keto myself a few years ago and I was blown away. I mean, I eat really good food, but I had arthritis in my thumb because I've been massaging for 25 years as an acupuncturist and a Chinese medicine practitioner. And I found that I was actually massaging too many people in one day. And as a result, for a whole year, my hand was sore. And then I found out about keto and I did it myself. I combined it with an anti-inflammatory diet, with a low lectin diet, and I took 8 fish oil tablets a day, and within 3 days I had no more pain. I did keto for about 5 months, and I also did an anti-lectin diet where I avoided things that were high in seeds out of season, and those are soy, peanuts, cashews, eggplants are the top ones. I didn't eat soy, peanuts or cashew nuts, but I did eat eggplants, and I stopped having tomatoes and even pumpkin. If I had pumpkin, I would take the seeds out of it and the skin. But on keto, I had very little pumpkin anyway. I was amazed. I was already eating incredibly healthy. I didn't eat bread, I didn't eat processed foods. Yet doing keto with the combination of an anti-inflammatory diet and the high omega-3s got rid of my pain that I had had for a whole year. I actually had a very busy clinic. I had about 6 staff and I needed 2 people to do my job. After that, I went back to massaging. I'm now in my 60s and I'm still massaging, where I combine it with acupuncture. And so I have seen the benefits, and what I'm sharing with you about keto is it's not just for weight loss, even though I did lose weight as well, and I needed to at that time. I was just hitting that kind of postmenopausal stage where you're just starting to put a little bit of weight on. I was probably going from a size 12 to about I went to a conference and noticed that I couldn't quite fit my clothes anymore, and it's like, really? And after that keto, I went back to a 10. I went back to how I was in my 20s. I was never overweight anyway because I'm tall and I would carry it, but I noticed a profound difference. And one of probably the best things I really noticed for me personally was incredible clarity. I just could think straight. I couldn't believe how much energy I had. And it seemed that I was having not that much food. I was having quite a bit of coconut oil. I was having really good quality protein. I was having a good range of vegetables. And this is what I want to talk about when I talk about keto. There are a couple of ways to do, in fact, there are hundreds of ways to do keto. You can be very strict, you can be very intuitive. I've even heard people say, they talk about lazy keto. I'm not really sure what lazy keto is. Well, I can guess what it is. Or you can do highly processed, really unhealthy keto. I have hundreds of clients come to me, and I've had hundreds of them doing keto. I've even had some people tell me that they lived on nothing but bacon and eggs for 6 months. And I'm sad to say that 3 years after that, they're still not well, because I consider that really unhealthy keto, because your body really needs a good quality range of vegetables, nutrients, electrolytes, and water. And there's a real difference also when it comes to fats. Many of us are confused with fats. Is this good for you? Margarine's good for you, butter's not. 1 minute fat's good, 1 minute it's not. As a result of all this, I found that a lot of people are quite confused. I've put together an online program where I take you through 7 steps that you need to know to do keto the healthy way. And one part of that is I talk about the truth behind fats. What is the truth about fats? And I explain processed fats versus non-processed fats. Fats you should cook with, fats you shouldn't cook with, fats you should eat that are safe to have, and fats that are highly processed and highly inflammatory. You know, keto is a real fashion right now, but I personally like to teach keto to people where you can use it as a reset button. I say, look, put 6 weeks aside, combo an anti-inflammatory diet with a detox diet and keto, and I call that healthy keto, and use it as a reset button to reset your health, to get yourself really focused. And then you can decide after that what you want to do. See, some people, if you really are overweight or you're diabetic, some people will do it for a long time. But what we're finding is that to lose weight long term and have it be sustainable, the best way is to do keto, reach your ideal weight, and then switch to a normal carb diet, low fat diet. And we call this carb cycling. And then after 2 weeks, switch back to keto. 2 weeks later, switch back to a low fat, normal carb, and then 2 weeks later. Now, research has shown us that by doing this, you're getting a wide range of food. And that's something you have to be really careful of when you're dieting, that you're getting all your nutrients. But not just that, you know, sometimes when you diet, you do really well, you lose all this weight, and then bang, you go back to your old patterns. But by alternating carb cycling like that, they found long term, a year, 2 years, 3 years later, people have sustained their weight loss. And it's not just about weight loss, as I said. You may have heard of something called autophagy. Now, autophagy is when the body naturally, randomly, will take your cells, the ones that are dying off, and they recycle the protein. When you do keto, if you fast for 3 days, your body will go into autophagy very quickly. And so it's a natural way to regenerate your cells at a cellular level. They say that keto is like a fasting mimicking state, and that is exactly what it is, from the perspective that you're no longer feeding your body glucose or a very low amount, so the body thinks you're starving, and so it switches from looking for the fat in either your diet or your body and taking it to the liver and then turning that into ketones, and ketones becomes your preferred fuel source. When you're in this state, the body's really highly efficient, and it starts to detoxify, and it will go into autophagy if you fast for 3 days at a time. And so that's why everyone is interested in keto, because it's like finding out a new way of being healthy, a new quick way of losing weight. In fact, it works while you're sleeping. And so it's not exercise driven, it's about being in ketosis that does that. I hope that this has helped you maybe answer a few things about keto. I personally am not into carb counting. You know, like, you don't want to get paranoid and be neurotic about what you're eating and what you don't eat. In my program, I've tried to make it really simple, really organic, really intuitive, so that you can have it as a lifestyle. If you want to be strict, you can be, to achieve the weight loss, and then you can just eat in and out of it. I personally do think, though, to be really smart with your health, you need to train your body to be a carb burner and a fat burner. And what's happened in society is that we've just completely overdone it with processed foods. We've completely overdone it with just satisfying ourselves. And some people eat way too many carbs, and as a result, they're actually not burning those carbs. So we kind of need to go back to training our body to burn carbs. But then when your body doesn't burn the carbs, what it does is it turns it into fat. And so we also need to learn how to burn our fat. So learning about keto can be a really important tool. It can be something you can use as a reset button. It's something you can use to manage your weight. It's something you can use to manage mental clarity and help clean up your body. That's a little bit of a sneak preview. If you would like to know more, if you would like to kickstart a whole new health regime, check out my 7 steps to kickstart a healthy keto diet, and I'll see you on the other side.